My name is Kristen Becker, and I'm the founder of the Dykes of Hazard Comedy Tour. I'm a comedian, and I'm a producer, and I'm a writer, and I'm a lesbian. And I'm also very bad at relationships. Now, it took me about 12 years to realize this, but there's one common factor in all of my relationships, and that's that all of my ex-girlfriends are now with men. All of them. Like, I'm a one-person conversion therapy camp. Like, I'm gonna rent myself out to Christian parents. Is your teenage daughter dabbling in the locker room? I can fix that. Some of them were gay when they met me. Some of them I knew I was just an experiment. Some of them I knew were never gonna be gay, ever, and somehow they were for 2 years while we dated. Anyway, point is, I get left for dick all the time. So the project we're hoping to get out of this is a little bit, it's part road trip, it's part comedy show, it's part documentary, it's part getting drunk with your friends, and I already sat down with one of my exes to give you an idea of what it's gonna feel like. I don't even know who you were dating when I tried to put the moves on you.
Certainly you do. You helped me drop a letter off to his car.
Oh, so the letter's a thing.
I try to break up with people face to face, and when that doesn't work, I revert to writing. I'm a really good writer, so I go back to that.
I drove you to leave the letter on his car?
Yes, you did.
I gotta say, guys, I go above and beyond to get into somebody's pants. I drove you to break up with your boyfriend? Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. And then I think we got drunk and made out of the pink.
Yeah.
And then I think I went to your house. And then I think I fucked up my back and I never left. I think that's what happened. And then what happened? Then we had a miserable few months.
No, it was fun for a minute.
That was fun for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't
fun. And then it was a little bit of miserable, and then it would be a little fun on top with the miserable sometimes.
You're thinking there's no way that all of my exes are going to want to sit down and talk to me about old relationships, but actually, I found out that not only do they want to talk, they're rather excited to tell me all the things I did wrong and what was wrong with me during our relationship. And you get to laugh at it, at my expense, of course.
I think you're the only chick that I was bottom with, really.
High five. High five. High five.
But mostly it's because you were uncomfortable with me being on top.
Oh! That's probably true. That's probably true. That's probably true at that point in time.
I'm like, I'm not going to be the only one doing this.
I would agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Part of what drove me to want to make this into a road trip movie is I know how much fun happens in the vans after shows, and I know how awesome discussions happen, and I get to meet amazing people every time I'm on the road. And I feel like everyone should be able to meet these amazing people, and so we'll try it out. We'll throw everybody in the van. We'll put a camera in the van. We'll do the thing we do best, and that's getting on the road and seeing people and talking to people and meeting people and learning and growing and all those things. And in the meantime, when we crash at my ex's houses, we'll sit on their back patio and drink beers and talk about the time we used to fuck. People are always like, don't look for love, it'll find you. Don't look for it, it'll find you. It's like, yeah, but when it finds me, it destroys me. So maybe of all the things I do, I should pay a little bit of attention to the one thing that fucks me up more than anything, right?
Yeah.
Because I always just stumble into it. I don't ever have I'm like, oh, you like me? Perfect. Doesn't even matter if you have quirks about you I don't like.
I totally understand.
You like me? Great. As long as I'm physically attracted to you, I will get over your cocaine habit. I will get over everything that is wrong with you if I'm physically attracted to you and you like me. That's really what I've narrowed it down to.
Pretty sucky basis for a relationship.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is probably why I'm single at 36. We start in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where gay marriage has been legal for years and years and years and years, and we end up in New Orleans where it won't be legal for years and years and years and years and years, and talk to lesbians in both places and along the route, and maybe we'll see the freedom just get squelched as we make our way down the southeast coast, you know? I don't understand, used to be, if you were a woman in, let's say, the 70s, 60s, 70s, you got married to a boy because you were supposed to, and then maybe you found your sexuality at 35, 40, and you left your husband and you went and you settled down with a lady, and that's how you spent the rest of your life, and that was great. That to me made sense, because men are useful in their 20s and 30s to lift heavy shit. It made sense to me. I was like, that makes sense, because you keep them while they're useful, and then when you realize you're going to spend the next 20 years with someone you need to have a fucking conversation with, you shack up with a girl, who doesn't stink as bad when she gets older, right? Old men smell. Sorry, guys.
No, they do.
The ear hair, and like they can't carry shit anymore, so they're now heavy. They're not really worth. You traded in the wrong time, buddy. You should have gone the other way. So if you want to be a part of a project that's going to have a real in-depth discussion in sexuality in a way that I don't think it's ever been done before, because a lot of strangers talk to strangers, but what I'm proposing is that I sit down and I talk to people who I've been intimate with, that have been intimate with me, and listen to them tell me all the things I did wrong in a relationship so I could hopefully learn and grow. And you get to laugh at me, and I get to cry, but there will be beer, so it'll be all right. And it's going to be a lot of sitting down and talking about sex. And there's another bitch leaving me.